So yeah, basically, JJ uploaded this video.
Yeah.
That he went at RiceGum. RiceGum went back at him.
Mm-hmm.
He went at RiceGum. RiceGum went back at him. And then JJ's done this final one. It's 13 minutes. He basically says, to sum it all up, he said that he paid Rice for their Earthquake song. RiceGum said that he got offered a swap deal, so he could get a feature from JJ. JJ didn't know that, the label did it. So JJ said, look, I'll give you 50K, which is way more than the song's earned.
Yep.
Rice was like, I know you're not going to, just give it to a charity or something. So JJ did. JJ's literally donated £50,000, not dollars, which he said, which is even more. So he's actually given more.
Yeah.
He gave 10 to each charity. And then that was like covering one point. Then Rice also said, I'm better than you because let's go to an unbiased opinion, which was Quedeca.
Yeah.
Firstly, Quedeca was, at the time, he was beefing JJ.
Yeah,
like he was,
yeah.
They were doing diss tracks on each other.
Yeah.
So Quedeca wasn't really unbiased a year ago.
Yeah.
But he did a tier list. He put RiceGum in B, JJ in C.
Yep.
Quedeca's now done an updated one.
Yeah.
Where he's put JJ in S tier.
Yep.
And RiceGum down to C tier.
Yeah.
So RiceGum's point about an unbiased opinion now looks kind of stupid.
It's void, yeah.
Because, but at the same time, I think Quedeca was a little bit biased before because he was dissing JJ.
Bro,
whereas now he's been on the New Age album, so he's going to rate JJ a little bit
Quedeca's
more.
always been a fan of like JJ. Like, never get it twisted. Like Quedeca came from the FIFA community, man. Like he used to make tracks with JMX.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So he the diss track period, he obviously will say that about JJ, and now everything forgiven, and they'll probably do more music in the future. Slap him back over in the S tier.
Yeah, I'm not saying his opinion's wrong in any way.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm biased. I'm more biased than him.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think to say, this is an unbiased opinion ever is normally ridiculous. But then he goes on to say, so RiceGum in his video says, JJ doesn't even write his songs. And then he says like, you can look at the writers of songs, blah, blah, blah. And he tries to show it like it's a secret website. He's gone on Spotify.
Yeah.
And he says on there, it says the writers. So Little Boy, the song JJ did.
Yeah.
It says writers, Zishan.
Yep.
Now, Zishan made the beat. He's a good friend of yours.
Yeah.
He made that beat. He did not write any of it.
No. Well, hold on. Let me first of all explain to the people listening to this and anyone else what a writer of a song means, because they always do this. People always go back to the writers on certain songs. A writer is anybody who has contributed to that song at all. Contributed. So, like, if I've made the beat, I'm a writer. If I've written the lyrics, I'm a writer. If sometimes it can be, if you're in the room while I'm creating a song, you can be classed as a writer on that song. I can put my nephew on, I can give my nephew 10% of that song and he will be a writer on Spotify or in the credits. It doesn't mean he's written anything. It means he's literally been on there and been given percentage of the publishing, money-wise, okay? For example, say if SX, right, is making a song, right? I'm making a beat for JJ, and I come in and I add a drum, I add a hi-hat, a snare, or I add like a bit of a piano melody. SX and now will share production, writing credits on that song. So it can be such a minuscule input on that song that will now have you classed as a writer on that song. So that's why you often see Kanye West, you'll see like 20 writers. Maybe if someone's come in and done a bass riff, it can always be split. So just because say for example Zishan or me or anyone else is on a writer credit on a certain song, doesn't mean they've ever written that song or ghostwritten the lyrics. I just want to clear that up point blank.
So, well, the thing is, because Spotify doesn't do it properly. It literally says performed by KSI, written by Zishan, produced by Zishan.
Yeah, but they add producer's got nothing to do with it really. That's not nothing to do with like the actual publishing percentage. They just add that on,
Yeah, but I'm saying the fact he basically picks up on the fact that it says written by Zishan.
Yeah,
and doesn't say. Yeah, and doesn't say it. But then he goes on to like JJ shows that it's not right, and he literally has Wake Up Call written by, and SX is on there twice. Yeah. One of his names is spelt wrong. And it's just one of those things where it's like it's not exactly the best place to go to in terms of
for sure. Well, yeah, I mean,
so then JJ brings out a website called ASCAP. which actually does show writers of songs.
Yeah.
So JJ then goes through RICEGUM's Frick the Police, Bitcoin, God Church, It's Every Night's This.
Yeah.
And on every single one of those songs, RICEGUM is not listed as a writer. Then he goes on to the song My Ex, which is a very average song.
Yeah.
And RICEGUM is a writer. So JJ's point is basically like, look, you've got 4 bangers. None of them are written by you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
You've got some stinkers and you wrote them. That is his point. And it's like, RICEGUM is trying to say how much better he is than JJ, yet he doesn't write any of the good songs that he's released.
Yeah, for sure. And just to be clear, if someone ghost wrote the entirety of RICEGUM's track, RICEGUM won't be listed at all as a writer. He'll be a performer because there's 2 separate things, but he won't be listed
That's
as a writer.
what he's listed as.
Yeah.
That's what he's listed as on all of these.
Yeah, so literally any song that from you that has been good, or I mean, not even good, but has been like a big part of like YouTube history, internet history, you've been non-existent in like being involved. And to be fair, even if someone else performed it, it would still have been better than you. So yeah.
So then he then like that's his main point. I don't know how Rice will respond to it, but he then looks at Rice's monthly listeners. Annoyingly, he didn't record this last week when your second account had more listeners.
Is it gone down?
But it has gone down.
Fair.
It's just under now.
Yeah.
But he's like, this is how many monthly listeners you have. Let's see who has more.
Yeah.
And then he goes on my account. He's like, Simon has more with 4 songs. And one of them he's not even on.
Yeah. That's true.
He also points out Chunks, Toby and Manny, who have 1 song.
Yeah.
And they have more.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of like the whole point. I don't know if RICEGUM's going to respond. Whatever his response is going to be, he's probably going to then bring up some facts that just don't make any sense. Like, I don't know where he gets some of his facts from, because he sometimes will bring in the sidemen for no reason. Like, you know, when he literally just called all the sidemen girlfriends ugly?
Yeah, that was disgusting. Yeah.
And I was there like, what's happened here? Why has he just gone at everyone else? You're objectifying women.
Yeah.
You've literally said, oh, they're all ugly, so I can't use them. You're like, I don't understand how has he not thought that through? Like, what?
He's wishing he was back in 2017, man. Like I said earlier, that was his time. It's just,
yeah, it wasn't a great. It's not the greatest move from him.
Nah. But at least we're getting like top tier content from JJ.
Yeah, and JJ is now on 9.52 million subscribers on his second channel. And if he carries on uploading, he should hit it in about 48 days. He should hit 10 mil.
Come on, JJ, you got it.
Because he's getting 10k every day, sometimes 20k.
Oh my God.